That's one thing about history that we can never deny. The problem is, our people do not know that we are the Israelites. We are the cursed people that the Bible speaks about. That's all we are here to show our people. I'll give you another instance. Y'all take a look at this sign. These same two signs to your left, right? So right here you have these images, right? I'm sure you see this before. Who is this? That's who they think. All right, but when I ask you who this is, initially you already say something and you click. That's Jesus, right? That's what they teach us in school from we was young. So we was, you know, what's so important about that word you brought up earlier, media? That right there. Why didn't they call it media program or television program? Because from young, they use imagery to teach you how to think a certain way. So give me Revelation 1:14. Let me show you how simple the Bible is, right? You ask anybody that's driving past, who this is? They'll tell you plain and simple, oh, that's Jesus, right? Now watch, I can read the Bible. It's a regular Holy Bible, King James Version, right? I can read this to you and then you tell me if that's Jesus. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
This for you too, Marcus. Go ahead. Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The root word of revelation is revealed. So the Bible is saying the revealing of Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
So John, the disciple of Christ, you know we have 12 disciples. He's the one that wrote the book of Revelation, right? So he's saying now, John documented certain things. Jump to verse 10.
Verse 10. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day.
All focus, brothers, focus. I don't want you to miss this point. Go ahead.
And heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet.
So the scriptures say I was in the Spirit on the Lord's Sabbath day. Which day is the Sabbath day? Saturday, right? So you know today is the Sabbath. You know, this ain't a knock, brother. I just asking you a question. You know we ain't supposed to be buying and selling on Sabbath, right? You know the laws of the Sabbath. So you see what Christianity is do? The churches taught us that it's okay to break the Sabbath. They taught us that it's Sunday. You understand? Everything that the so-called Christianity churches stand for goes against the Bible. And I can prove it to you right now. At some point in time, most churches, if not all, have this image up. And that's what we're getting into right now. Go ahead.
Saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
So John said, he was in the Spirit on the Lord's Sabbath day and he heard a voice behind him saying, I am Alpha and Omega. Go ahead.
The first and the last. And what thou seest,
what thou what?
What thou seest, write in a book.
So the voice said to him, what you see, John, with your eyes, write it in a book. That's how you get the book of Revelation. So don't never let nobody tell you, oh, anybody never see Jesus Christ. You understand? Because John saw Jesus and he wrote it in the book. Jump straight to the point now.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Hey, sister right here walking across. Sis, come here for 2 seconds. I will show you something. You don't get the time? All right, get a flyer then. Get a flyer from the bottom. We're Israelite according to the Bible, all right? So he say, read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So now John looking at Christ and he documented it. You understand? His head and his hairs were white like wool. Bro, Marcus, you ever see wool before or feel wool before? Touch your head. That's wool right there, brother. You agree, Stephen? Wool is not a color. Wool is a texture. Because wool come in many different colors. You understand? If you look at a sheep is a texture of a wool. Like my hair, this brother hair, all these brothers out here, black people in general, we normally have a woolly textured hair. And if you take a look at the other nations, their hair is normally what? What's the texture of their hair? It's straight. What we call straight. That's why when us as black people, when we perm our hair, it come out straight because we changing the texture. But we naturally have a what? A woolly textured hair. Read that piece again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, it says Christ's eyes. Don't forget now, we looking at the two signs. So does this man have woolly hair? These images here, what about you, Marcus? This man have any woolly hair? Any Afro kinky hair? And then it says his eyes was a flame of fire. Now, we don't got to get it. We know that Christ's first miracle was what? You look like you've been going to, what church you used to go to? You look like a Baptist boy. 7 day?
No.
Okay, so what? How you doing, bro? Come step in the shade, man. That sun out there hot. What your name is? Kadrian? Kadrian? All right, nice to meet you. My name is Gideon. So, I guess you had no day? Yeah. Oh, I thought you had a minute to spare. What you saying now, Stephen? All right, let me jump straight to the point. Finish it off.
On his eyes was a flame of fire. On his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like what?
On his feet like unto fine brass.
So if anyone y'all know what color brass is? Like bronze, right? It's a derivative of brown. So all he's simply saying is when he looked down at Christ's feet, he says his feet like unto fine brass. Another word for fine is polish. If you ever take brass, which is like kind of like my ring, right? And you polish it or you shine it, it comes out a bit more brown. You understand? Go ahead.
As if they burned in the furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burned in the furnace.
So if you take my ring or you take something of brass texture, right? And you put it inside a furnace, what color it could come out? You take anything in the world and you put it inside a furnace, what color it could come out, Marcus? They could burn, right? They got a furnace. That's like an oven, you know, one of them big ovens, but you put, if you ever watch a smelting video, that's what they get into when they smelt in gold and different ores. You all understand? So it's saying that Christ was so dark, it looked like his feet was placed in a furnace. So how you get a white man out of that?
You know?
This just goes to show you that what? Christianity in itself is hypocrisy. They don't believe in the Bible. They might pick out one or two scriptures to get the tithing or the money from the people, but overall they're not teaching our people the truth. So when you leave from here, I just want you to keep one thing in mind. Our nationality, our history is documented in the Bible. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all right? And more than likely you all are from the tribe of Benjamin. And I can let this brother answer this question for you, Stephen. How do we get into the kingdom of heaven, Marcus? Christ? What Christ say? Do to get into the kingdom of heaven. Keep the what? I gotta see if you've been paying attention, bro. In order to get into the kingdom of heaven, you have to keep the what? Come on, you got this, bro. It begins with C. Read it quick. You got it?
The book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 16, 17. And he said unto him, why callest thou me good?
It's Christ speaking now, Stephen.
There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life,
brother, when you read this, read it strong.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandment.
Do what?
Keep the commandment.
So Marcus, for the last time, how do you get into the kingdom of heaven? Keep the commandment. So simple letter, Stephen. So no more buying on the Sabbath. No more what? Working on the Sabbath, Marcus. Ain't nothing wrong with you having a beer, you know. Christ drank wine. He drank in moderation. You just don't be a drunkard falling over the place. But if you want a cold beer, it's simple. All you got to do, Sabbath is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Just buy it before the Sabbath. You see how simple it is?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.